Welcome back, everyone. Football followers and history lovers unite because we are delving deep into Euro 1988, the fabulous football tournament held in West Germany. 26 years before the Euros would return to a united Germany in 2024. Thanks for tuning in again. In today's video, we have something truly special lined up for you. So get the popcorn out and let's kick things off once again. We finished the last video talking about football stadiums in Germany, but there is one interesting fact we didn't mention just yet. Berlin was not used back in 1988. The city nor its stadium had anything to do with that historic championship, even though it is set in the east of the country. Large parts of Berlin remained under the jurisdiction of West Germany. Hence the wall. Anyway, the Olympic Stadium that was actually built during the 1930s is the host for the final of Euro 2024. It has become one of the most iconic stadiums in the world and has hosted World Cup and Champions League finals this century. But geopolitics meant it was off limits in 1988. The 10th of June 1988, Dusseldorf was chosen to host the historic opening encounter of the Euros as Germany took on Italy, who had won the FIFA World Cup in Spain in 1982. Legendary names took the field that day, from Mancini, Ancelotti and Baresi in the Azzurri Blue to Voller, Matthaus and Klinsmann for the hosts. That game would finish in a 1-1 draw with the hosts opening the scoring and Italy equalizing moments later. A tight affair ahead of a tight tournament, but the Euro 88 party had started and the west half of Germany were there. Both sides would go on to qualify from that group. In 2024, the opening game Germany best Scotland 5-1 in Munich. However, the Allianz Arena was not around in 1988. This flying space shuttle of a stadium that lights up the night sky is a beacon of a modern Germany. Another big difference between Euro 88 and Euro 24. The points. Back in the day, you were only awarded 2 points for a victory, even though it was still just 1 point for a draw. Whereas obviously in the modern day game, we all know it's 3 points for a win, suggesting that a win is worth triple a draw and not double, like it used to be. Naturally, this point system rewarded draws more than we do now, and it also kept the league or group tables closer together. The maximum points haul was 6 and not 9 after all. Nobody won 3 games from 3 at Euro 88, but West Germany and Italy won their other games to finish on 5 points each. Spain and Denmark didn't make the cut, whilst in the other group, the Soviet Union were the only side to finish on 5 points. The Soviets had won the Euros and created their own football heritage long before Euro 88. But they hadn't reached the semi-finals of the Euros since 1972. Topping the group definitely came as a bit of a surprise. And England of all teams ended up bottom of the table with 0 points from 3 games. Ireland had stunned the English in their opening group fixture. A famous Ray Houghton goal saw the boys in green beat the Three Lions 1-0 in Stuttgart, and England would go on to lose 3-1 in both of their other fixtures, falling victim to a famous Marco van Basten hat-trick against the Dutch. Perhaps Euro 2024 would bring a different outcome for the English national team. Or might it be the time for the Dutch to win in Germany once again? An 82nd minute winner for the Netherlands against Ireland in the final group game saw them win what was essentially a knockout fixture and leapfrog the Emerald Isle into second place in the group. The semi-finals had been set. West Germany versus the Netherlands and the Soviet Union versus Italy. Wow, how incredible that in said form 2 of the nations don't even exist in 2024. But perhaps for the Netherlands and Italy, history could be repeated. Euro 2024 favorites included hosts Germany, France, England and Portugal. In 1988, England got 0 points, Germany were West Germany, and the other 2 didn't even qualify. The top scorer of the 1988 tournament was, you guessed it, Marco van Basten of Holland, who scored 5 goals. Holland aren't too hot on striking options in 2024 though. Even if they are a decent all-round team, in rather poetic fashion, Van Basten would score an 88th minute winner in Euro 88 against Germany in the semi-finals. The Dutch beat their neighbors and fierce rivals in their own back garden to put themselves into a final date with European destiny. The next day, the Soviet Union would beat Italy 2-0 and book their place in the final two. The Italians were stunned as the Soviets had a great tournament, and two teams from the same group would meet again for a rematch in the final. When Holland and the Soviets faced off in the group stage, a single strike from Vasil Rats had seen the eastern side take all 2 points from the encounter. But now they would meet again in the biggest test of them all. Holland knew it was their time to shine now. Ruud Gullit scored with a powerful header to give the Dutch an early advantage, and then the man of the tournament would steal the show. Marco van Basten's iconic goal came in the 54th minute, and it was one of the most famous goals in football history. He volleyed a cross from a tight angle on the right side of the penalty area, sending the ball over the Soviet goalkeeper and into the far corner of the net. A sublime strike out of nowhere that he had no right to score. One of the most highly rated technical finishes ever. In one of the most high-pressure games, it was simply magnificent. Van Basten would win the 1988 Ballon d'Or. He would also win it a year later and then again in 1992 to complete the hat-trick. Perhaps 2024 might be the start of such a hat-trick for the likes of Jude Bellingham or Kylian Mbappe, who will win Euro 2024 for their nation with a glorious and historic goal. That would be a pretty epic ending to the final now, wouldn't it? In '88, the Soviets did pull a goal back, but history had been written by that stage. If you liked this in-depth piece about Euro 88, its magical football heritage and its incredible geographical and political significance, then hit the follow button now. Subscribe, comment, and come and see us again in the next video.